everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be playing with some flowers and some tea, some flavored tea to dye some lace and flowers. So what I'd like to show you first is I use this fruit tea sampler, Celestial Seasons, from the grocery store. I got this one from Food Lion. I will try and find a link for this for you so you could pick some up or order it online, whatever you'd like. And I see this about every grocery store, so you won't have a problem finding this. But every single one of these teas dye lace and some doilies, and they're just fun to play with. So we're just gonna dye these a little bit. So now another thing you could do too is I made some of this. This is the raspberry zinger, and I put it in a jar. And later on this evening, and this is just room temperature water. This is not hot boiling water or anything. This is just room temperature water straight from the faucet into the jar with 2 bags, and I've done taking the 2 bags out. And then I'm going to pour this in a bowl, and I'm going to soak some laces in it this evening. And the color that comes out is just absolutely wonderful. And so that was the raspberry zinger. Another thing you could do is scent your laces, and I usually put rose essential oil drops in with my tea, but not all teas. I just do this with fruity teas, so it smells beautiful together. So this is what I put in for a scented lace, and this is beautiful too, and I'll try and put a link in my description box for this too. But just all you need is a few drops, but because it's tea, so I brought out my tea set just for fun, okay? You don't have to do this. This is just for fun. I just figured this is pretty, but this is Gracie tea set, and if I can find the link for it, I will put it in the description box too. But let's take out some of this tea. Now, I'm not going to use all of this tea. I'm going to use 1 iced tea, Lipton iced tea that I keep in here just for my lace dyeing, and I'm going to put 1 tea bag in there. Let's go ahead and pour some of this water in here, get it going. Now this is just room temperature water is all it is. So it might take a few minutes to do this, but that's all you need. You don't need hot boiling water. And then I'm going to use the black cherry in another cup. And so we don't forget which one we do, I'm going to put this right here. And let's go ahead and pour more water in this one. And let that soak for a few minutes. And then the next one I'm going to use is True Blueberry. And you just want to use 1 bag. And I'll put this one with that cup so we don't forget. See, they're already starting to change colors without hot boiling water. And then the last one I'm going to use is, I guess I'll use Wild Berry Zinger, because I have the raspberry one, the raspberry zinger already in my jar, so I'll show you that one. But I'm not going to be using the Country Peach Passion. You have to use a few of those bags to achieve the color. So instead, I use Lipton tea to achieve my beautiful vintage lace look that I'm going for. So you just play around like that. And then this one is, like I said, the Wild Berry Zinger. The Wild Berry Zinger, and we're just going to, and I love to dye laces. I've been doing this really since my mama's passed away. Before I even started watching craft videos. Um, so this is when you'll put your drops of essential oil in and then give it a good stir. I always use my fingers because it's just fun that way. So I'm going to, dip these for a few minutes and I'll be right back. And you can already see the beautiful colors coming out. It's only been like 60 seconds or less. And another thing to achieve beautiful color is when you take your bag, squeeze that extra color out of there. You want to squeeze all that yummy color out of that bag, okay? So then you want to do it for all the bags. So you want to squeeze the bag and get all the color out. And again, squeeze all the colors. They're so pretty. I can't wait to dye some of these, okay? So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I have removed the tea bags and I've squeezed them a couple of times. I did bust the tea one, but it's okay. So let's go ahead and start dyeing some flowers. Now I have this wedding flower here that I like to put on the table at wedding receptions. And on the back side, I put a piece of a wax cube that you do wax melts with for a scent. So that won't bother it because it's not going to melt. But this is just made out of like a muslin shabby fabric. And I'm going to go ahead and start dyeing this. Now this is a 2-layer, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this one in the blueberry and just stick it in there. I could see it's already dyed the fabric. We're going to leave that in there for just a minute. And I have another flower here that I do the same thing. Just depends on what color, the customer wants. But again, I put the wax cube on the bottom for a scent. And usually you could clip on, right here with the ribbon, the wedding date and the name and whatnot on there. And I would like to put this in the good old vintage color. So we're going to put that one in there. Look at it, it instantly changed color. So we don't want to leave these in here too long. I might need to take that out here in just a second. Let me put this other one in here. And they smell so good. The aroma is so good. And then here's another one. This is just for a journal or something. And I used a button. And again, with the same kind of fabric and a vintage button. So let's go ahead and put this in the wild berry. So this is all non-toxic stuff. That's why I play with my fingers, because it's just fun and, stuff like that. Now I would like to try these little glycine bags. So I'm going to put both of these in here. Now I've tried to dye paper, tea dye paper, and some paper doilies work. But again, in order to achieve your correct color, you're going to have to take, your doily out of the water, the tea, and then put it on a pan and squeeze the baggie on top and let it sit and soak that color in. But let's go ahead and start taking this out here. This is my first one, and this one is the true blueberry, and you just want to squeeze the extra tea out of there. And you see how beautiful the color is? And it smells heavenly. So this one came out perfect. And, it's going to take a few hours, if not overnight, to dry this. So that is so pretty. That color is very pretty. I'm very pleased with that color. I'll put that over here. And the second one was the tea. So let's go ahead and get this one out. And I busted the bag. But when it's dry, it'll come easily off of your lace or fabric. And look how vintage pretty that is. Isn't that just beautiful? I love the color. It's beautiful. Perfect color. So these type of flowers can be made for, you know, birthday parties or just for friends, for your lingerie drawer, for weddings, all kinds of fun things. So I love that color. And then we have the last flower, which was in Wild Berry Zinger. And that one turned out beautiful. Wow, that is so pretty. I love playing with tea. So much fun. Now the regular Lipton tea dyes paper. Now that does work on paper, but the colored teas on paper come out like blue. So I was able to use my roses and make paper with. That worked out pretty good. So I'll have to make a video on that when my roses bloom again this spring. So there's the Wild Berry Zinger. Let's dye a few more pieces. Let's put this beautiful lace, this eyelet lace. Oh, my glycine bags are in that one. Let's put that one in this one. And let's take this beautiful lace here. It's a beautiful textured lace, and I'll put it in the True Blueberry. And then this is off a piece of a tablecloth. Now we'll put this in the Wild Berry Zinger. See, it's just so much fun. Let's take these glassine bags out of here. And these came out really well. Like I said, you're going to have to, ooh, pretty. You're going to have to let them dry. That's like the perfect pink color. You're going to have to let them dry overnight. So this works with some paper doilies and all glycine envelopes and bags. So this is pretty, and all lace and fabrics. And then let's see, what else do I have? This lovely piece here with a little bit of sequins on it. Oh, here it is. We'll put that in there. And then I have, I'll go ahead and put this in with that one because that's the same lace. I'll put that in there for just a minute. And then I have one more that I would like to put in. Oh, let's put it in the raspberry in the jar. So I hope that you all give this a try because it's so fun and it smells so good and it's non-toxic. I love my RIT dye though. So I just put that lace in the jar and we'll check on it in just a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's only been about a minute and I moved the raspberry zinger in my little jar in the center. So this one's the raspberry one. Now you could use the country peach, but you're probably going to have to use 2 or 3 bags. And oh gosh, everything smells wonderful. Even my hands are soft from playing with it. But let's go ahead and take out this one, the eyelet lace, out of the regular Lipton tea. And the color is just beautiful. It looks very vintage. You can't, it's hard to see the color in the camera, but it is a vintage. I will put it on a paper towel and show you the paper towel here in just a minute. And a little trick too, while you're letting your flowers or lace dry, to get an ombre effect, turn it upside down when you put it on the paper towel or a towel, and some of that color will come towards the top of the flower and give it an ombre effect. So I'm going to turn those upside down and I will show you a picture. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the rest of these out. Now this one's True Blueberry. Oh my gosh, look at this color. Now you think blueberry would be purple, but it's it comes out a beautiful pink. And just let them dry. You do not have to cook anything, okay? Just let them dry. That's a beautiful pink color. That's like the prettiest pink. Come on, focus. That is the prettiest pink ever. So pretty. I love that. So I did 2 of the same on that one, and they smell just heavenly. And like I said, if you want a stronger scent, all you have to do is put some essential oils in it. Just play around with it. Just play around. It's so fun to play around. And then here's the tablecloth with the wild berry zinger. Oh gosh, this came out beautiful too. Beautiful pink. It's heavenly. Just heavenly. And then, oh gosh, everything smells so good. And then the last one here is this one. This one is the black cherry. And again, another beautiful shade of pink. Go ahead and focus, honey. There we go. So these are beautiful. So I will insert a picture at the end after they are dried. And then here's the last one in the wild berry zinger in cold water. It's just temperature water, but it's cold. And then here's the last one. So I hope that you all try this. It is fun to play around and do what makes you happy. And I love playing around with things that smell good too. So this was so much fun. I hope you all give it a try, and let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will do the RIT dye in my next video. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.